Hello, fellow staff team members. I hope that this communication finds you and your loved ones healthy and strong. By now, all of you have received notice of our facility reopening plans and the phased integration of our programs and services. I am incredibly excited to open our doors and to continue our impact throughout the community. I am eagerly awaiting the chance to personally welcome our staff teams and our members back to a place many consider to be their home away from home. Before we look too far ahead, I want to take a moment to recognize the teams that have been active and on duty throughout this pandemic. I cannot thank our child care teams enough for the critical role they played to nurture and care for the children of parents who continue to work through these challenging times, including our emergency personnel. I've always appreciated the quote, "Teachers affect eternity. No one can tell when or if their influence ever stops." It is my hope and belief that the influence of our teachers during this critical time will live on for generations to come. I also want to thank my fellow leadership team members and our program executives who worked tirelessly to ensure that we all returned to our YMCA in a position of strength. I wish that you could have seen what I saw on a daily basis over the past 2.5 months. We are blessed to have such a passionate, selfless team of leaders working for the YMCA of the Fox Cities. As we move forward, much will stay the same. Our mission will continue to be our true north and our guiding light. Our core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility will lead our conversations and our interactions, and we will relentlessly pursue our goal of strengthening our community by improving lives. However, we are well aware that we cannot sustain and build upon our past success without reinventing ourselves, without learning lessons from these uncharted times, which we will undoubtedly reflect upon for many years to come. There are countless stories of successful businesses, both large and small, for-profit and nonprofit, that have failed after catastrophic occurrences like COVID-19, who did not redefine how they were going to do what they were used to doing in a changing world. We are hearing more and more from the most elderly in our community that we have been here before. The lasting impact of the coronavirus may not be so much that it was unprecedented, but that it was so sudden. Nobody was prepared for this, and it has been a huge wake-up call for the entire world. I've heard it described as being on a train and entering a long, dark tunnel, not knowing what the world will look like on the other side, or even what the train will look like when it exits the tunnel. That can be a scary thought, but the opportunity to help create what that train and our world will look like when we emerge from this tunnel is also very magical. To do this together, we need to have an infinite mindset, a willingness to reinvent ourselves personally, and the courage and the ambition to accept change. And change for our YMCA is inevitable. Some changes will be easy, and you will see and feel them as you walk back into our buildings. But some changes will be very difficult and will take significant time. For most of us, our jobs will be very different than they were when we closed our facilities in mid-March. I ask that you come back with an open mind, a focus on doing good, and a willingness to help define where we go as an organization. Our strategic plan called Building Connections is no longer viable to take us there. It's no longer viable to get us where we need to go, because there are new, more pressing, and more current needs in our community. We pivoted our resources 10 weeks ago as we saw the first impact of the pandemic, and we will continue to pivot as we define where we are needed most. For 132 years, that has always been how our YMCA has responded and evolved. We are truly better together. We will develop a new version of the YMCA of the Fox Cities together, and I could not be more proud or more excited to build this organization alongside each of you. Let's reimagine our future together. I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Take care and God bless.